Hey family, this is what we have for making a wreath. I'm just giving my daughter a tutorial. Some burlap that I have from a previous project, scissors, and then you need your little wreath thing for your wreath. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, like I said, all I have is burlap and this wreath form. So all I'm going to do, and this is just real quick, there's simpler ways to do this, but I'm just showing my daughter a way to do this to kind of get her to understand the concept of how it's done. So I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to take my burlap and I am going to stick it under here. And normally I would have some twine that I would just kind of like tie this up with, but just for the sake of time and the purpose that I'm doing this for, I'm just going to take this and knot this really quick. And like I said, I'm not making a wreath, I'm just giving an example of how to do it. And later we'll come back with making of our Christmas wreath. And then you can really see, you know, how. And so now what I'm going to do is take this part that I have. So you see how you have that there? So I am going to pull this part through here like this, just pull it through like that. Okay. Just like that. And sometimes you kind of gotta have to get to working with it a little bit to kind of get it to do what you want. And you're gonna have it just like that. Then you're gonna go through the next part. Do the same thing, just like that. Make sure you keep these out kind of even. And then the next part, like this. Okay. And then what you're gonna do from here is, since you have enough out, you're gonna push this over like this, kind of scrunch it a little bit. That's why you need to make sure you have enough out to scrunch it, and when you scrunch it, it gives it some type of form. So now under the bottom here, while I'm holding all of this scrunched in, okay, I'm going to twist this so it can hold form, okay? But you gotta kind of hold it kind of tight so it won't do what it's doing here. But hold it kind of tight and twist. And twist until you think it'll hold, okay? And then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take the rest of that and you're going to put it through the bottom because you're working on your next one. Okay? Does that make sense what I'm doing? Okay, and then you're gonna take the next piece, do the next one, kind of pull it through. And it can get a little bit tedious, but once you start getting a little rhythm going, it won't be like, oh my goodness, really? This is not doing what I want it to do, but keep going, like push that over. See how you're beginning to form? Push that over. Twist, 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 and come on through over the other side. And it doesn't really have to be perfect, because you can kind of go through and at the end and you can kind of play with it a little bit. Try to make it, if you want it uniformed, a more uniform look, you can do that, but just for the sake of showing you the process and how it's done, you see that? And then you can push that over. If you want it to be tight burlap, or if you want it to be loose, you can leave it like that. And then since there's a little rail right here, you can start on this side and continue the process. And then when you keep going round and round, like I said, if you want it big, it could be big like this, and this is the final product. And you can add these around it. And you can make your final bow at the end if you want that. And add your little monogram, and that's it.